guys, Janet Sirk, your Lancaster real estate agent. I'm super excited to be with these two amazing women. Bongai with the AAYLF, that is the American and African Youth Leadership Foundation, and also Focus James with the CEO of Focus James.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having us. We are glad to be here.
Yes, pleasure. I'm really excited because we have an event coming up on July 1st. It's a virtual event. I went to the last one. It was amazing. So please tell us about what this is about.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So the last event was on May 27th. It was a very good event. And we talked about what we do as a nonprofit organization where we empower young girls through education. And we had women who came and spoke at the event. And we also had girls that came to speak at the event, the girls that are in the program. We do have girls from Pottsville where we teach them leadership skills and etiquette classes. We give them tools for success. And in Zimbabwe, of course, we have girls that we empower. We give scholarship funds so they can stay in school instead of getting married off. So the one that's coming up in July 1st, is similar to that, but we have different speakers that are coming to speak. And we are excited about that. It's on July 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we are so much looking forward to have everybody come to listen to amazing women. And our lovely Focus James of the Focus of Love is going to be our moderator for that event. So we'll be talking about that throughout this event today. So we are looking forward to our July 1st event.
Yes, we are so looking forward, Janet, and thank you for everybody that's listening. My name is Focus from the Focus of Love, and I created a program called Create My Virtual Business. So actually, Bongai hired me as a public speaker trainer, because that's also what I do. And then she began to talk about her fundraiser, right? Her nonprofit. It's a 501(c)(3), so anybody thinking, is it taxable? Can I write it off? Yes, you can. So if you want to just stroke a check, you could definitely do it. We would love for you to be there, but we understand everybody's busy and everything's opening. But when we were doing the public speaking training, she said, well, I'm preparing, but this year we won't be able to do our regular fundraiser because of the pandemic. So understandable, right? Not so. I'm like, we're going to do this thing virtually via Zoom. So our first month, we raised about $1,500 the first 4 weeks. The second 4 weeks, we raised about $20. And this July 1st, you're going to be a part of this. And it's going to be $3,000 minimum is what we're going for, because we have about 25 girls. Yay! We have about 25 girls who want to make sure they get through high school and college this year. And then we have from that last fundraiser, we got 4 girls off of the 30 list waiting list, right? So we got that list. So we need to raise a minimum of $3,000. So you might actually be thinking, look, Focus, I can stroke that right now. Thank you, namaste. And yes, we need that. So you can go to the website and make that donation right now if you wanted to. But for those that also are thinking, how else can I make a donation if I don't have that $3,000? So let's talk about that a little bit more, Bongai. So on that day, who can donate? What's the smallest donation? What's the largest donation?
People can really donate anything because any dollar helps. So $25 donation, that can send a high school student to school for a whole year if you donate $25 every month. And if you want to do the whole amount for one girl is $300. That would pay for her school fees to stay in school. And for our college students, it takes $500 for one semester, and they have 2 semesters. So for $1,000, you can send a girl to college. And, that little money can really change somebody's life. So we are not saying, $10 is not good, it's good, because, we need every dollar is going to help. But again, if you do $25 minimum a month, that's, good to send one girl to school. And we'll appreciate
Janet, I see you shaking your head. Are you amazing? Right? That's a small amount, right?
I know. That small amount to be able to empower women, young girls in Zimbabwe, to help empower them through education, to overcome domestic abuse, overcome child marriages. I can't believe that's still a thing.
Yes. So I can elaborate on what Janet is saying about child marriages, yeah. It's still happening in some parts of Zimbabwe. And it's due to poverty, due to hunger in the families. Some families, they don't really want to do it, but due to hunger and poverty, they end up having to do that. So yeah, so your $25 will make sure that that girl is not going to be married off to a 75-year-old guy, man, and she's only 15 or 14. If I can tell you a story which I remembered last night. I was thinking about it. And I remember very vividly my mother's father, my grandfather. I think I was 12 at that age, at that time. So my grandfather, he had like a lot of cows. So he had given this other man like 10 cows, and this man gave him his daughter, who was my age, 12. Wow. And I remember vividly, the girl came to stay with my grandfather and my grandfather. I was like, what is she doing here? And then we were told that, this is your grandmother, and she's my age. I'm like, she's not my grandmother. She's my, she's like my age. But at that time, I, didn't really down on me to say, okay, she's his wife. And my grandfather was at 75 at that time. So she was 12 and we were going to school. She was not going to school. Then I was asking Mama, how come she's not going to school? She's like our age. How come she's not going to school with us? And then my mother had to explain that, her dad took my father's house or whatever. So now she's going to be his wife. And she was terrified, I can tell you. And she had to go in the same, in the bedroom with this old guy who was my grandfather. And she would be crying. She ended up running away from my grandfather, I think after like a couple of years. Thank God she didn't get pregnant, or she was not pregnant. I don't know if he was trying to do something with her or not. I don't know that. But she was really scared, and she would play outside with us because, that's what 12-year-olds do. They play, we were playing. And my grandfather would be like, what are you doing playing with, other kids? You are somebody's wife, Wow. He was like, that's what they do, girls. So yeah, it's really terrifying because I could see her being terrified. Yes. And also, in that case, when she's married to an old guy, the cycle of poverty doesn't end, it continues. Because can you imagine if she had a baby and then my grandfather ended up passing away like a couple of years after that. Right. So she had the child to take care of the child by herself. And in a lot of cases, the girl will end up with sexual transmitted diseases. She ends up, getting sick. Her health is not good. In most cases, also domestic violence, comes with that. And most girls also, they die giving birth. That 12-year-old, their bodies are not mature enough to take the baby out. So most of the girls die giving birth, or the child, they might survive, but sometimes the child won't survive. So it's not a win, situation. Nobody wins, really.
Yes, nobody wins. And I love what you said. And this is what's important. You said this in their mind's eye, because I believe what you think about expands. So if you think that that's an actual choice, because I heard you say, some people don't really want to, but the fact that that's even on the table is devastating. So our goal is not only to help these young girls to go to college and high school, because that's where the shift is going to take place, where you get to see the world bigger than the what-so of your surroundings, right? So when your world gets bigger, you see that you have more choices, more possibilities, and demonstrate. And that's also why we have this on a monthly basis, so the girls can hear other people's stories who have won outside of that level of thinking. Because I think it was Einstein that said you cannot solve a problem the way in the mindset that you created it. So your mindset has to elevate to be able to have kind of that bird's eye view, to be able to see how to actually solve the problem. And that's the gift that you'll be giving these girls today when you make that donation. Whether it's $25, whether it's the whole $3,000, you'll be them a gift. Not only does it shift their world, but generations to come. And you hear Bongai is actually, as a result of what she experienced at 12, because people's pain produces their purpose. That's right there. This is the kind of nuggets we're going to be dropping that day. So you want to go ahead and get your $25 registration, because not only $5 get you in the building, get you in the Zoom, is also going to get you a raffle. We're going to have this beautiful basket that you get to take home if you win. But those are the kind of nuggets. So you're going to want to have your little girl sitting next to you so they can hear that on the other side of the world. This is what these girls have to deal with. So when they want to whine and complain about summer school, right?
Yeah.
Their homework, it helps them to elevate and solve that problem of not recognizing the gratitude they need to have basic education. There's no conversation in America about are you going to college? Well, not even college, I should say primary school. You just are. The truancy officers coming to knock on your parents' door, right? If they're not going to school. Whole different world out here, right, Janet? Would you say? What's your thoughts about? I know we're sharing because we're all excited, but we'd love to hear what's your thoughts as well.
Yes, no, I just thought it was really amazing to be a part of that Zoom and seeing how much love and all the donations coming through and hearing the stories of there was a teacher, right? The teacher was here.
Yes.
So hearing all of the stories and the voices there and their reality and how grateful for they are, how we open up our hearts to want to help. It was amazing, and I can't wait to do it again. So I'll definitely be there on July 3rd.
Oh, thank you. And we have a current fundraiser, right? Because one of the realities in that area is that the practices of hygiene is not equal to ours. So every couple of blocks, there's a corner store that you can run in and get sanitary napkins for young girls or yourself. Whereas though they don't have that level of access or money. If you're being sold off for 10 cows, okay, you got some financial issues, right? So literally tearing used rags and using that to protect themselves throughout the day. So some of them don't go to school as a result of that. I mean, because would you go to work? Some of us get a bad headache and we call it out.
I know.
Right, we get a cramp here and it's like, oh, well, that's a day off for me. But these girls are literally going through the pain of it and don't have the proper protections for themselves. So you can imagine it's going different places on their body. They stand up close. So they just omit going to school for those 3 or 5 days. And you all know when it comes to curriculum, you miss 3 or 5 days, you could be back for a minute trying to catch up. So then there you get that. So we have an actual fundraiser with a company called Jewel, where they have sanitary napkins with all these fabulous technology to really help with the odor, help with any getting like yeast infections. You know that, ladies, all the stuff that goes on with, having your monthly, it protects them for that. So we're having a campaign called Fill the Drum. So we're literally going to fill a drum with those packages of sanitary napkins and send to the girls. Can you imagine going for 5 days having dirty rags to protect you? Imagine the odor, the scratching, that we go through, the itching, the discomfort. Your self-esteem is different, especially when you know there's an odor coming from you. How embarrassing is that, right? So we want to empower these girls not only mentally, but physically. What are their physical needs? So these sanitary napkins are only $10 a pack. And when you buy it, you can either buy it and keep it for yourself and try it. And then AAYLF gets $3 per pack, and we'll use those funds towards the girl. Or you can buy it and donate it back to AAYLF, so they get the $3 plus the sanitary napkins to send it over. It's your choice. So you can buy 2, right? One for you and then one to donate with the girls. Either it's a win-win-win for AAYLF and those girls. So we're going to ask you to contribute that. Our goal is 360 packets. That's a whole year's worth for about 25 girls. And we want to get that over to them. So that's one less thing that their teacher, RT, I forget how to say her name.
Rashai or Rashi.
Rashai, yes.
Yeah.
There's one less thing that she has to worry about, because it's going to be in a drum. Any of the girls need it. They can go get it, right? And that's just also just having a personal sense about who you are when you can have something. Now, I keep saying basic because it's basic to us, right? Right, yeah. Janet, you even think about that. In every store we walk in, right, Janet? It's buy one, get one half off.
Yeah.
You think about it. It's like oodles of them. I have several packs of them because I used Jewel before we even started this fundraiser. I have I'm not even thinking about it. When my daughter, hers, recently started, didn't even think. I told her to grab one and put it in her drawer. I had no concept of this type of thing going on until Bongai shared with me. I said, we got to do something about that, like right now. Because it's monthly, ladies. This is something that we deal with on a regular basis. We put a warm, we pop an Advil, and we got 2 boxes in the drawer, right? Girls don't have that access. So it's listen, if you're like, well, I want to do something tangible, I don't know where this money going. There's always that person in the room, right? No, buy 4 packs of these sanitary napkins, we'll get it over to the girls, and you absolutely know it's solidly going to an individual. And then also, if you sponsor a girl of $100 above, we send you a picture, we send you her story. And even if you wanted to take it a step further, because several of our sponsors already did, you can mentor her. You can send text messages, email, talk to her on the phone, and actually plant a seed in her life of growth and opportunity just by being connected to one outside of her world, that she that this world is way bigger than just
yes. Just to add on to that, going back to the jewel sanitary napkins, I was speaking with teacher Rashid the other day, and like you were saying, here we think it's just basic something. Some girls actually, you get mentally, it gets emotionally sick, really, because when you think about, when your days are coming closer, like, okay, what am I going to use this time? So, like you said earlier, some of the girls would just go around looking for dirty rags, anywhere to use them, and they would be afraid to go to school because, in case they mess up their clothes, the boys actually will laugh at them, and that's why they would choose to stay at home when they are going through their cycles, because they're afraid, if something happens, everybody's going to know in the school, so they end up missing school and all that stuff. So whatever people can do to help fill the drum campaign, it will be a greatly appreciated thing to do.
Wow. Amazing. So what are people going to see when they come? Again, tell us a little bit about for July 1st.
Okay, so for July 1st, instead of besides our awesome speaker here, Miss Focus James,
yes,
we have one lady. Her name is Taria Pritchett. She is a motivational speaker. She's a school teacher, and she's coming to talk to women and girls about what she does, motivating girls. Also, she's a motivational speaker. And we also have another lady, Jennifer Laffett. She is a businesswoman herself, and I think her message to the women is, for example, mothers that are stay-home mothers. Her company helps mothers to do work and to work for themselves from home, and that's how she was able to stay home with her kids when she was raising her kids, and share that information with other women and girls as well. So there's a chance of meeting her and hopefully get into business to support yourself and support others as well. So we are looking forward to that.
Yes, we are. And Janet, we're actually going to bring a twofold value. The first 30 minutes, you're going to hear all about AAYLF. You're going to hear about the girls. You're going to hear from the girls, right? And you're going to hear from Bongai and I talking about it and how you can make an impact and why you would even want to, right? What problem are you actually solving? And again, it's tax deductible. Then the second half an hour, our goal is to bring you value as a business owner, as a small business owner, someone that is interested in investing. So we're going to also train. Tara and I are both, I'm a life coach. She is what she would call herself is a confidence coach, right? She helps women build confidence and build their businesses, right? She also an English teacher. She's immaculate. When she emails me, I'm like, this is outlined. I could copy and paste this and sell this to somebody, right? So she's awesome when it comes to business. So for the sponsors that are business owners and you want to grow, you want to be at this training. She's going to break down how she can work as a full-time teacher. Now she just matriculated into a master's program and running her business. Same 24 hours you and I have. Right? Yeah. But successful people do what unsuccessful people aren't willing to do. And she's dropping nuggets of how she's able to manage all of that and donate to this organization. She could easily have said, Focus, I got enough on my plate, right? I can't one more thing. Instead, she said, absolutely. She was open. She was a yes. And that's how winners win. When you're a yes to life, when you're a yes to impacting people, yes to many leads to greatness. And that's absolutely successful people. So if you're looking to increase your business by not only having this as a tax write-off and making an impact, you want to in that Zoom, because we're going to be dropping nuggets of how to expand your mind, because everything is in the mind. Everything in the mind, whatever you're thinking of is the manifestation of your world. So if you're not enough clients, you're not moving enough product, you want to be in that training, because we're going to show you, how to do that.
Wonderful. And this, again, is for everyone. Men,
Yes.
women,
Yes.
girls, boys.
Everybody.
Come and join us. It's $25, 7 o'clock, July 1st.
Yes.
And you will leave feeling amazing.
Yes, yes. And I like that we have Jen there this time because she's talking to the women and men who may want to consider staying at home because fall is coming where school will be back around. And literally, school districts are sending out surveys asking parents, can your children stay at home? Is that even a viable thing? Because COVID is still happening on this side of the country, right?
Yeah.
This side of the world, along with many other places. So that's a real thing. So people are really having to figure out how to have one person in the household to stay home in case that's a real thing coming in February and fall, because we the protesting and the riots. So all of those numbers may go back up. So again, you want to be in this Zoom to hear what Jen has to say. How do you transition from 9-to-5 job or a business that's in a building back to home? And also I can help you that as well. One of my services called Create My Virtual Business. That's how Bongai and actually even connected, because she wants a charity in a building. She has a big shindig. From what I understand, it's beautiful. It's so many people coming, but it just wasn't viable. We couldn't do it this year because of the COVID, right?
Yeah.
How do you still grow your business? How do you still manage your life? And you want to come there because it's going to be a full service event, not only for fundraising, but to grow yourself as well. Back to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, ladies. Any final thoughts?
Go ahead, Bongai.
Just to again remind people to join us, you can go to our website to get your tickets, which is www.endchildmarriages.org. You can just click on the event page and you are there on the page, get your ticket. You can get as many tickets as you want, and we are looking forward to seeing you. And we'll thank you for joining us in this movement to end child marriages one girl at a time. Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate being here, Janet. And God knows I do everything big. We don't need one girl at a time. We have 26 girls on the list. And I need your help to get them off the list yesterday.
Yes.
Listen to me. You already have the money. You already asking God, the universe, whoever you talk to, your board, how can we disperse this money charitably? Who needs it? Because there's so many needs out here. And I'm sharing with you, we do. AAYLF needs it now because you're not only solving a problem, you're breaking generational curses. Save one girl, you not only save her, but her children and her children. So please, we're asking you to make the donation. Now, if you also been moved by this story and the camaraderie of Bongai, and you saying, well, Focus, I need help with my nonprofit. I need help with my business. I wasn't able to pivot. It's been about 10 weeks now, and I'm still trying to figure out how to change my business from the brick and mortar to virtual. I need your help. You can go to thefocusoflove.com and message me. Tell me you saw me on this podcast, and just because of Janet, I'm going to give you a discount for hanging out with her and being one of her fans, and let me know that you saw it here, and I'll take excellent care. Thanks everybody for having me.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Janet.
Woo!